In 2012, Screen Novelties worked with SpongeBob creators to bring us the stop-motion animated Christmas special, It's a SpongeBob Christmas. For what it was worth, it was a great episode that allowed the creators of the show to tackle new ground. 5 years later, they come back with another holiday special, now dealing with Halloween. In this episode, SpongeBob avoids frights on Halloween through colorful displays and costumes. However, Patrick convinces SpongeBob to replace fear with humor, which makes the holiday more tolerable for him. We spend a good chunk of the episode watching SpongeBob and Patrick go through their friends' Halloween displays, avoiding the scares and laughing their butts off. I felt this portion dragged too long and didn't really seem to have a point. However, it picks up when we get to see the Flying Dutchman in stop motion, trying to convince SpongeBob to have a legitimate scare. I think it's great how the episode tries to cram a message that eventually backfires. SpongeBob isn't necessarily known for messages, and when it does, it often catches you by surprise. The idea isn't really to teach, rather display as much creepy, crawly imagery in the SpongeBob style. This for me is the biggest strength of the short. Unlike the first special where puppetry wasn't used a lot, they managed to incorporate a lot of live action puppetry into the mix, which shakes things up and adds a creepy, uncanny vibe that's appropriate for the short's tone. Without spoiling the ending, the biggest thing that caught me by surprise was how they got Sally Shanks as a guest animator. For those of you who don't know who Sally Shanks is, she was an important figure to animation. For a long time, she was one of the only big female animators to break into the field with shorts like Quasi at the Quackadero, and contributing to movies like The Twilight Zone and TV shows like Sesame Street. In recent years, I haven't heard much from her and saw that despite making work, she hasn't done anything really big. She regularly posts her older shorts to her YouTube channel, which I highly recommend checking out. So you wouldn't believe my excitement when I saw her distinct style brought to the characters of SpongeBob, especially if you're an old school animation fan like myself. You know that her work mixed with SpongeBob is a match made in heaven. It makes me think of other great animators who specialize in surreal humor like John Dilworth and Bill Plimpton, and see if they're brought onto SpongeBob to incorporate their style to the show. On the whole, I'm not going to say the episode was better than the first stop-motion holiday special. I felt the story was tighter than SpongeBob getting a scare. However, its visual style, occasionally funny jokes, and setup made this worth watching. I recommend it for SpongeBob fans and horror fans who like a good dose of stop-motion animation. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see more short reviews like this one, as well as longer reviews on the Cartoon Palooza, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, or check out my Patreon page. Make sure when you subscribe to click the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for checking this out, and I hope to see you later on the Cartoon Palooza.